Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Burgess. Good luck to you. You'll be missed. Sorry to hear about your change. Thank you to Ranking Member McGovern as well. And thank you for the opportunity to testify about my amendment, which would add the text of the Susan Muffley Act to H.R. 5894 of the Labor, Health, Human Services, Education, and Related Agencies Appropriations Act of 2024. As most of you know, in 2009, more than 20,000 Delphi salaried retirees lost the full value of their retirement benefits in the aftermath of the General Motors bailout. As part of its 2009 bankruptcy agreement, the Delphi Corporation, a subsidiary of GM, surrendered its pension obligations to the Pension Benefit Guarantee Corporation. The Obama administration then worked behind closed doors with union leaders to guarantee union workers full pension benefits while slashing the pensions promised to the 20,000 non-unionized salaried staff. After a decade of exhausting every avenue in the judicial system, the Delphi salaried retirees relied on Congress to restore their pension assets. In order to right this egregious wrong, I, along with Congressman Turner, Kildee, Moore, have introduced the bipartisan Susan Muffley Act to fully restore the Delphi salary retirees' pension plan assets with lost earnings that they are owed. I want to take a moment to tell the full story of one of my constituents, Judy Folks. Judy's husband, Tenney, worked for Delphi for over 35 years, and it was always important to him to know that Delphi's strong pension contribution plan would take care of his wife when he passed away. However, one night, a FedEx package was thrown on Judy and Tenney's front steps, and they were shocked to find out that Tenney's pension assets were eviscerated. Tenney was already struggling with illnesses at the time, but his news sent him into depression. He became suicidal and even remarked to Judy that the only way he could be a good provider to her is to die by April 1st before their coverage was expired. It financially crippled Judy and Tenney. They had to make their own laundry soap, buy Christmas presents at garage sales, and his family was stuck trying to find a way to afford his medical bills. They could barely make ends meet. General Motors and the Pension Benefit Guarantee Corporation had no issue fully funding Tenney's unionized co-workers' pensions, but because Tenney was a salaried, non-unionized employee, his pension was slashed. This was completely unjust. The decision stripped Tenney of everything he had worked for to provide for his family and his wife. Judy and Tenney should not be collateral damage in this situation. These types of injustices have harmed many, and I'm honored to support the Susan Muffley Act and to be a co-lead of this important legislation. I also want to highlight that 6 Rules Committee members have already publicly demonstrated their support for this bill. Chairman Cole, Ranking Member McGovern, Representatives Neguse, Scanlon, Ledger-Fernandez all voted for this bill in July of 2022, and Representative Langworthy is now a co-sponsor this year. I'm disappointed that this legislation never received a vote in the Senate last Congress, despite our strong bipartisan advocacy and assurances from the majority leader in the Senate that it would be done. Reversing this injustice would be life-changing for so many of my constituents and all the Delphi salaried retirees across the country whose pensions and benefits were stripped away unfairly. And finally, I want to dispel a common myth about this legislation. This bill is not a bailout. This bill is not a bailout. The Delphi salaried retirees' pension contributed to the pensions and they lived up to the contract the pension bill laid out for them. In essence, the federal government under the Obama administration robbed from non-unionized employees to give to unionized employees as a backroom deal. The unionized employees received almost 100%, if not 100% of their pension in almost every case. Even President Trump supported fully restoring the Delphi salary retirees' pension assets. It's time for Congress to right this terrible wrong. I urge you as the powerful members of the Rules Committee to deem this amendment in order and help the Delphi salaried retirees restore their full pension benefits. After 14 years of fighting, it would be a travesty if they had to continue waiting and be denied a just result. Before I yield back, I would just like to thank again Representatives Michael Turner, Dan Kildee, and Gwen Moore for co-leading my amendment and for introducing the Susan Muffliak alongside with me this year, and in addition, Rules Committee member Nick Langworthy from New York. It's been an honor to fight alongside all of them to pass this critical legislation, and I will continue to do so until we right this egregious wrong. I want to say special thanks to Rick Straczynski and all of the advocates from the Delphi Salaried Retirees Association for their hard work, tenacity, and continued advocacy on behalf of everyone. Today is just one battle, and we will continue to fight this battle for justice and fairness. With that, I yield back, and I'm happy to take any questions anyone may have.